Ryan Hale is a 28-year-old administrative assistant at a local electronics company. He lives with his mother in a small house on the quiet edge of town. After his father passed away, Ryan became the gentle, steady presence in the family. He rarely complains and always tries to make life easier for the people around him. His daily routine is simple and peaceful. He goes to work in the morning, returns home in the evening, and spends weekends reading or walking around the neighborhood. Ryan's mother loves him deeply, but she worries that his kindness and trusting nature may someday lead him into trouble. He has no big ambitions or dreams of wealth. He only hopes for a stable job and a future where he can stand on his own feet. Life feels calm, predictable, and safe. But calm moments rarely last forever. The electronics company where Ryan works is not large, but it is well organized and friendly. People greet each other with warm smiles every morning. Ryan's co-workers appreciate his patience and polite manners. They often say the office feels calmer whenever he is around. His closest relationship is with his team leader, Mrs. Alden. She is an older woman who treats Ryan as if he were her own son. Every morning, they drink coffee together near the window. During lunch breaks, she brings homemade pastries and shares stories about her grandchildren. Ryan listens kindly, enjoying the gentle rhythm of their conversations. He finds comfort in the small routines that make his days predictable. Around the office, Ryan is known as the quiet helper. He fixes broken printers, fills out complicated forms, and stays calm during busy hours. Mrs. Alden often tells him, "You have a good heart, Ryan." His mother says the same thing every night at dinner. His mother always adds, "Be kind, but don't forget to protect yourself." Ryan smiles each time, believing he is safe and nothing bad could ever happen. He walks to work with light steps, feeling grateful for the stability in his life. He never imagines how quickly stability can disappear. Days pass smoothly, like a soft river flowing without interruption. Until one Friday afternoon, when Ryan receives his monthly salary. He looks at the envelope, thinking of groceries and small household needs. But he doesn't know that this simple paycheck will pull him into the biggest turning point of his life. Ryan's mother hands him the family's last small savings, hoping it will cover food for the week. She sighs heavily, knowing their situation is more fragile than ever. The next morning, Ryan walks to work with the envelope tucked safely in his pocket. He repeats to himself that he must be responsible this time. On the way, he hears loud shouting near an alley. A frightened dog is being beaten by a butcher who claims it ruined his goods. Ryan freezes, watching the dog tremble in pain. His heart pounds as the butcher raises a stick again. Without thinking, Ryan steps forward and begs the man to stop. The butcher laughs and says the only way to save the dog is to buy it. Ryan opens the envelope with shaking hands. He gives away every coin he has, leaving himself with nothing. The butcher walks off, annoyed but satisfied with the money. Ryan kneels down and gently lifts the weak animal into his arms. He names the dog Max on the spot. Max licks his hand as if thanking him for a second chance at life. When Ryan returns home that evening, his mother is shocked to see the dog. She cannot believe he spent all their money again. She scolds him, saying kindness without wisdom can destroy both their lives. Ryan lowers his head but does not regret saving Max. The next day, Ryan tries to make things right by taking on more tasks at work. But trouble finds him again before he even reaches the office. Near a crowded street, he sees a boy dragging a terrified cat by the tail. The cat cries in pain, struggling desperately to escape. Ryan rushes over and confronts the boy. The boy shrugs and says Ryan can have the cat if he pays. Ryan empties the very last coins he managed to collect. He picks up the cat and names her Milo, promising she will never be hurt again. When he returns home with a second injured animal, his mother's frustration explodes. She says she loves him, but she cannot watch him give away their survival. Their argument grows louder, sharper, and more painful. Finally, in anger and fear, she tells him to leave until he learns to take care of himself. Ryan gathers Max and Milo with trembling hands. Tears blur his vision as he steps into the cold night. For 3 days, he wanders from street to street, searching for a job. But no one wants to hire a man with no skills and 2 rescued animals. On the 3rd evening, he meets an elderly monk named Father Corwin near an abandoned chapel. The monk watches Ryan with calm, knowing eyes. Father Corwin offers him a place to stay and a chance to work. He says if Ryan commits to 3 years of service, he will earn a reward worthy of his heart. Ryan agrees, believing he has nothing left to lose. What he doesn't know is that this decision will open the door to a world far beyond anything he has ever imagined. 3 years pass, and Ryan completes every task Father Corwin gives him. On the final day, the monk leads him to a small wooden table holding 3 simple bags. Father Corwin tells Ryan he may choose one reward for his service. The options are a bag of gold, a bag of silver, or a bag filled only with sand. Ryan studies them carefully, feeling an unusual pull toward the simplest one. Something inside him whispers that the sand carries a purpose greater than wealth. Against all logic, he chooses the bag of sand. Father Corwin smiles gently, as if expecting this choice. On his way home, Ryan travels through a forest unfamiliar to him. He hears faint cries for help echoing between the trees. When he approaches, he finds a young woman tied to a wooden post with flames rising around her. Her eyes are filled with fear and desperation. Without hesitation, Ryan opens the bag of sand and throws it onto the fire. The flames vanish instantly, as if swallowed by invisible magic. The woman collapses into his arms, trembling but alive. She says her name is Ariana and thanks him with genuine awe. Ariana reveals that she is the daughter of King Eldrin, ruler of the Elf Kingdom. She explains that dark forces attempted to sacrifice her to weaken her father's power. Because Ryan saved her life, she offers him a golden ring. She says the ring grants any wish the bearer speaks with a clear heart. But she warns him with a grave expression. If anyone learns the ring's secret, you will lose everything it gives you. Ryan accepts the ring, overwhelmed by gratitude. He has no idea how drastically it will change his destiny. Back in the human world, Ryan uses the ring carefully. He wishes first for enough wealth to buy back his family home. Then he wishes for a grand estate so he can finally provide comfort for his mother. People begin treating him with admiration, respect, and even fear. Ariana watches all of this with growing curiosity. Her admiration slowly turns into jealousy and suspicion. She asks how he accomplished so much so quickly. Ryan avoids answering, fearing the warning she once gave him. But Ariana becomes more determined to uncover his secret. Her pride refuses to believe Ryan could succeed without her. One night, she invites him to a celebration filled with wine and music. She pours his cup again and again until his thoughts blur. When Ryan finally collapses into sleep, Ariana searches him and finds the ring tied to a chain beneath his shirt. She slips it off quietly, whispering that she deserves the power more than he does. With the ring in her hand, she wishes to transport the entire palace, the bridges, and the treasures to a distant kingdom. Everything vanishes instantly, leaving only silent earth behind. The next morning, Ryan wakes up on bare ground, confused and terrified. His home, his wealth, and Ariana are gone without a trace. Before he can process the betrayal, soldiers surround him. The king accuses him of fraud and orders him thrown into a stone tower. Ryan sits in the dark cell, realizing the truth. The greatest gift he ever received has now taken everything away. The stone tower is cold, and Ryan sits on the damp floor with his arms wrapped around his knees. The only sounds he hears are the wind outside and his own tired breathing. In the darkness, he replays every mistake he made. Each memory cuts deeper than the last. He thinks about his childhood, when he helped stray animals and shared everything he had. People always called him naive, even when his kindness came from the purest place. Now he wonders if he truly understands the world at all. For the first time, he feels the sting of true betrayal. The weight of Ariana's deception sits on his chest like a heavy stone. He trusted her because he believed everyone deserved compassion. But not everyone valued the same things he did. Not everyone protected what mattered. As he sits alone, he hears faint scratching at the narrow window. Two familiar shapes appear against the moonlight. Max wags his tail eagerly, while Milo meows softly as if asking if he is all right. Their loyalty warms Ryan more than any blanket could. Even without wealth, power, or magic, they stayed with him. Their presence reminds him that kindness creates a different kind of strength. Ryan closes his eyes and takes a long, steady breath. He realizes that the ring never defined his worth. What mattered was the heart he carried into every choice he made. That heart never needed magic to be meaningful. Tears slip down his cheeks, but they are quieter than before. They are not tears of weakness, but of acceptance. He whispers a promise to himself as he touches the cold stone wall. If he ever gets another chance, he will rebuild his life with courage instead of fear. He will choose wisely, trust carefully, and walk forward with the kindness that has always guided him. This time, he will be strong enough to protect it. In the silence of the tower, Ryan feels something shift within him. It is small but real, the first spark of a new beginning. Max and Milo stare up at the tower where Ryan is imprisoned. They know they cannot break the walls, but they can bring back what was stolen from him. Without hesitation, they begin their long journey across the kingdom. Their mission is simple: find the lost ring and restore Ryan's hope. They travel through busy ports and stony cliffs. Each step is fueled by loyalty stronger than fear. Max swims across rivers with Milo clinging to his back. Milo scouts ahead with quick eyes that miss nothing in the shadows. Weeks turn into months as they cross the deep sea on a fisherman's forgotten raft. The wind pushes them forward like destiny guiding two small heroes. They climb fog-covered mountains and wander into forests where the trees whisper in unfamiliar languages. Strange glowing insects light their path at night like tiny guardians. In one dark forest, they encounter the Rat King sitting upon a throne of bones and branches. His crown shines with tiny gems stolen from travelers long ago. The Rat King listens as Max barks desperately and Milo meows with urgency. He understands their plea better than words ever could. He reveals that Ariana now hides in a distant cave filled with stolen treasures. He agrees to help because he respects creatures who show true loyalty. That night, the Rat King sneaks into Ariana's lair while she sleeps under a cloak of enchanted fog. With clever hands, he lifts the ring from her grasp without waking her. Max and Milo bow gratefully as he returns the glowing ring to them. He warns them to hurry before she discovers its absence. The two friends race back across forests, mountains, and seas. Their bodies are tired, but their spirits burn with determination. At sunrise, they reach the tower where Ryan waits in despair. Milo drops the ring at Ryan's feet, and Max barks joyfully. Ryan trembles as he holds the ring again, feeling its warm magic pulse in his palm. He whispers a single wish to break free from the cold stone prison. In an instant, the walls dissolve into golden dust. Ryan stands outside, breathing freedom for the first time in months. He then wishes for music that echoes across the kingdom. A soft melody rises in the air, drawing the attention of the king and his guards. Ryan walks toward the royal court and tells the full truth. He speaks with calm sorrow, not anger. The king's heart breaks when he realizes his daughter betrayed someone who showed her only kindness. He kneels before Ryan and asks for forgiveness. Ryan chooses compassion over revenge because bitterness cannot heal a wounded heart. He wishes to restore everything to its rightful place. Ariana watches silently as her world shifts back to normal. She finally understands that Ryan's kindness was never weakness, it was strength she never possessed. For the first time, she bows her head in remorse. And in that quiet moment, her own healing begins. Ryan and Ariana decide to live simply, far away from the noise of power. They no longer chase wealth or magic, only peace and understanding. Their home is small but warm, filled with quiet conversations and honest apologies. Both of them know healing takes time, but they choose to walk that path together. Max sits proudly at the doorway every morning like a loyal guardian. Milo curls beside him, blinking with calm satisfaction. The kingdom calls them silent heroes, because without their courage, none of this would have been possible. They never ask for praise, yet their actions speak louder than any award. Ryan often watches them and smiles with gratitude. He knows true loyalty doesn't shout, it stays. In the evenings, he walks with Ariana under the soft glow of lanterns. They talk about the past not with bitterness, but with lessons learned. Ryan now understands that kindness can create miracles. But he also knows kindness without wisdom can lead to heartbreak. He reflects on the journey that broke him and rebuilt him. Every mistake became a stepping stone toward a wiser, steadier version of himself. Ariana learns to be humble, learning that trust is not something taken. It is something earned. She works every day to earn Ryan's respect again. Together, they rebuild their lives piece by piece. And with each piece, they grow stronger than before. Ryan sometimes whispers to himself, "Kindness is powerful." And he always adds, "But only when you protect it with wisdom." He hopes others will understand that message too. Because a good heart should never be unguarded. And now he turns to you, the listener. He asks gently, "What do you think about my decision to forgive? If you were in his place, would you choose the same path? Or would your heart choose differently?" Thank you for listening to this emotional English story. And if you enjoy stories that help you learn, feel, and grow, don't forget to subscribe for more comforting audio tales.